So today I'd like to mention about twin flames and people who like to call themselves twin flames. Okay. So what is a true twin flame? Who is a real twin flame? A real twin flame is somebody who is on the journey of ascension. Okay. A real twin flame is somebody who is doing work on their shadow self. This video I have made to talk about one specific trait of real twin flame. It's going to be a short video, I think, mostly, but the focus is on one particular trait that I want to speak about. So this is the trait of celibacy. Okay, real twin flames go through a process where they experience celibacy. Okay, so celibacy happens to them. It is not a forced celibacy. It is not some sort of a bypassing. It is not some sort of a restraint on your physical body and your physical desires. It is the most intimate relationship you can have with yourself. Because it is about a light body process. Okay, the celibacy happens because of the light body process. You're going through all these activations, you're going through different levels of the light body, you're raising in a level of consciousness, and changes happen in your physical body also. So your sacral chakra begins to heal, begins to balance, and as many of you might be knowing, the sacral chakra is the place where the core wound is held usually. Okay, it can be held in any chakra. It can be held in solar plexus, heart chakra, but usually the core wound where the separation occurs is the sacral chakra. And the whole pain body that we have as human beings, the unconscious self, the shadow self, the pain body patterns, they all stored in the sacral chakra. Okay, and then what happens is the sexual urge gets merged with the pain body. Okay, the sexual urge, the sexual energy gets filtrated into the pain body, and this is a manipulation technique of the matrix. Okay, to control the kind of timelines you are creating, so that you don't create this heavenly 5D 60 timelines. Instead, you are creating the lower astral timelines, the third dimensional polarity timelines, and sometimes even worse than third dimension. Okay, so the gateway to coming into your sovereignty are the chakras, and especially the sacral chakra is very, very important for twin flames. So the pain body is stored here. So let me come back to my point of celibacy. So you go through this light body activation and you go through healing of the pain body. And as you heal the pain body, your sacral chakra balances out. Okay, and this is a process, like for me, it was a process of around 2 years. Okay, and right now I am at that stage of celibacy. So it's not to mean that I don't have the sexual urge at all, but it happens extremely rarely, and it usually happens when like I'm not feeling so good, when I'm under some sort of a pressure or something like that. And it also accompanies when you have a sexual urge, it also is accompanied by a state of lowering your consciousness, like you become unconscious. Okay, you kind of go into the dissociation patterns again, you dissociate from aspects of yourself again. So you build a sexual urge, and at the same time you lower your level of consciousness. Okay, so if you want your level of consciousness to be high, the sexual energy has to rise up the chakras, and finally it has to be stationed. I'm pausing here because it takes a hell lot to station it in one place. Okay, they say success is difficult to climb but very more difficult to maintain. Same thing with the kundalini and the crown chakra. As your kundalini is rising up, it's very difficult to maintain it at each level. So coming back to celibacy, it is a process that happens inside it, and as the healing takes place, you also have this chakra merge with your twin flame, which is astral sex. Okay, and this is the sacred sex that happens. It is not a 3D sex. It is not the sex which creates separation. It is not a sex which is full of lust and full of violence. It is not you playing out your shadow aspects. Okay, it is a 5D sex, divine sexual energy, and it is sacred sex. So you have this astral sexual experiences with your twin flame. Now this is something that you will know only when you experience it. Okay, because you cannot see your twin flame. Later stages you can see when your third eye is open, your psychic abilities are open, and when your Kundalini, which the third eye chakra is stationed there, you can see your twin flame, you can hear your twin flame as well. However, in the process, this is the process that you are going through, okay, and you are experiencing this chakra merge with your twin flame, the astral sex with your twin flame, and slowly, according as the process progresses, your sacral chakra begins to heal, your pain body that is stored in the sacral chakra that begins to heal. Okay, and that is how you come into a state of balance between your masculine and feminine energies, and you integrate the different aspects of your soul, of your masculine, of your feminine, and you no longer need to, you can have sex, you enjoy sex, but you no longer need it. So the codependency is not there, the desperation is not there, you just feel complete and you feel very content. You don't even feel like something is lacking inside you. And the most interesting thing is you feel your twins' love, you feel your twins' presence. For the first time you begin, like for me when it occurred, it was like for the first time I experienced the difference between real love, which comes from wholeness, and love that is actually a form of need, which involves a lot of manipulation. you know so real love comes from a state of wholeness, whereas the progressing stage is different. So this is one of the traits of a true twin flame. You get into the light body activation and celibacy just happens to you. You progress along understanding celibacy. Okay, and celibacy has a lot to do with your root chakra also, especially for the divine feminine, even for the divine masculine. Celibacy has to do a lot with your root chakra as well as your sacral chakra. So that is one very very important trait of a true twin flame that I wanted to speak today about. Okay, and what else? Let me see. Okay, yeah, and this is the light body process. So there are different stages of the light body, and initially when you meet your twin flame, right, within 5 months or 6 months, you won't get into the celibacy stage. It will take time, and it will take time depending on you and your pain body, the degree of traumas that are stored in your pain body, the degree of the unconscious mind that you have, that how many aspects are unconscious, how many aspects are conscious. So it depends on the individual. Now, along with telling you what are true twin flames and what is the real journey of a twin flame, which is ascension, which is light body activation, celibacy at a certain stage, I also want to tell you that this is not a journey of spiritual bypassing, and it is also not a magical journey where suddenly you realize you're a twin flame, you get activated, and the next day you are at that level. No, it happens very fast if you allow it. It depends on how much time you have, your schedule and all. So for me, I prioritize these things, and I deprioritized friends and going out and all of that. Cut down on those things, and I prioritize these things because I am the one who's supposed to give the knowledge, right, along with the other twin flames. So I have to make sacrifice somewhere. So I have to sacrifice and I have to focus my attention here on channeling this knowledge, receiving the downloads, learning, checking from other members in the community whether they are also getting the same downloads. Okay, and it so happens that a lot of twin flames are talking about like being in a soulmate relationship, and like they are married and they claim to be twin flames and all. So I understand one aspect that where you are in the process of it. Okay. So maybe you do have a lot of karma to clear, and so you are in a soulmate relationship or you are in a marriage. But a real twin flame goes, it's just like the goddess Parvati, she had to be brahmacharini. Okay, that was the stage in her tapas. Okay, and when you activate your light body, you are initiated. In this case, you get initiated by a higher self directly when you meet your twin flame. When you are initiated and you activate your light body, you start your ascension journey. You are going into the stage. Okay, so I don't know how it works with all these other twin flames who talk about. I think it's just they are in their process, because even I was in my process. Okay, I'm not talking about denying the shadow self. No, it's just that with me it happened pretty fast. Okay, because I was more devoted to it. I really wanted to know, because what I want most of all is to embody my soul. Because when I'm embodying my soul, I'm in union with my twin flame. Because the twin flame is your soul. Twin flame is not a 3D body that you see there running around, trapped in the matrix, playing all the polarity games on the matrix. It is not that. Your twin flame is your soul, and when you embody your soul, the version of the twin flame that you see in your reality changes. So your twin flame transforms. Okay, but for that you have to embody your soul. So this is this is a sign of a true twin flame: light body activation, celibacy, and working with the shadow self. You go through a process. It can be a slow process, it can be a fast process, but you definitely go through this process. I remember with me, I also had my shadow self. Okay, before I got activated, I was pretty unconscious, and let me tell you this: I was in my unconscious state. I was taking decisions and doing actions that was so completely not me. Like right now, I look back and I think, like, was that me? Because you completely go through a ego that parts of you die off, and then you realize that that was never you. That was a product of social conditioning, manipulation, and a trauma that you went through. Okay, and when you enter the third dimensional level, the third density itself, that itself is a trauma for a starseed, for a twin flame, and for most people, that itself is a trauma. So I had my shadow self, I played out all those karmic patterns. So at some point, even I was somebody's karmic. I admit that, I completely admit that. And I have done things that I wouldn't do right now. But as I was doing those things, and I'm so thankful that I have played the shadow self, because if I hadn't played the shadow self, I would never understand others, because it would be like a superficial understanding of somebody. I would not be able to look into the layers of this person until I had gone through all of that. Because I remember that when I was playing out all those negative patterns, I was in an unconscious state. It was like being dazed. It was like being certain switches in your brain turned off. And you have only limited potential, you have only limited vision, and through whatever little bit you can see, you decide and you take action on that. So this is how the matrix manipulates most of the people, and especially twin flames are targeted a lot, because they don't want twin flames to reunite. The negative entities, they don't want twin flames to reunite, and they do their best to stop the ascension of the planet Earth. That's what their job is, right? So Yeah, so then you don't have to bypass the shadow self, because I went through the shadow self. I've spent hours and hours. I have so many books journaling. I just have books and books where I explored my shadow self. So I have gone through all of that, and so I have the knowledge. I know the process, okay, how to transcend it, and how to come to a place of celibacy within yourself. And yes, the Kundalini really helps. Another very important practice to get to this stage of celibacy is tantric sex, okay, sacred sex. So if you practice sacred sex over a lot of time, you get into the state of celibacy automatically. Because what sacred sex does is it is a attempt, it is a process of raising your kundalini up. And as your kundalini raises up, it clears the pain body, it clears the blocks in all of your chakras, okay? And then you come to this state where you are pretty balanced inside, and that it's not like you are no more sexual being. You don't completely lose your sexuality, you just lose that need, okay? So it's like, if you have a partner, you're fine. If you don't have a partner, like you're super focused on being creative and doing your work, so it's fun. Either way, it's fun, because you're not in that needy codependent state. And when your blocks in your chakras are clear, the energy simply rises up, and like it's like when you close your eyes and you are in a state of bliss. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You are not in. It's a really lovely state. Okay. So this celibacy is a very important trait of twin flames, true twin flames, and light body activation. And you have to honor your shadow self. You have to love your shadow self, because if you have not loved your shadow self, if you have not known your shadow self, if you have not been intimate with your shadow self, you cannot love another person. You will always judge and project on other people. But this is why twin flames have had to carry the shadow feminine, the shadow masculine, so that you are playing both dark and light. In the initial stages of your life, you play certain aspects of the dark. It doesn't mean you are like this really dark person. It means there are certain aspects, certain parts of you that are unconscious, that manipulate you. Unconscious aspects of yourself manipulate you to take actions that normally you wouldn't take. Okay, so this is another reason why we cannot blame people, because their mind, mental, emotional selves are manipulated. They're operating through this trauma state, through this unconscious pattern. That's why they say don't judge. Okay, now that doesn't mean you have to tolerate a pest in your life. Okay, you have to have clear boundaries. But what don't judge means is that understand that everybody goes through their process. But at the same time, uh, I came to a certain level in my growth process. I came to a certain level of clearing, and from that place I started making videos. From that place I started teaching, because although I was aware of this twin flame phenomenon for like 2 3 years, I didn't start out. I said, let me work on myself first, let me come to a certain stage, let me heal my shadow self. And but that's not a necessity for you, even if you're carrying shadow aspects, which I am still, certain aspects. Otherwise, if I wasn't carrying my shadow self, I'd probably be able to disappear and appear right on the screen right now. Because uh, the ascended masters, they can appear and they can disappear, because they have converted into light. They have reached the final stages of the light body, and they have complete control over their energy fields. They don't have this unconscious aspects. They are in this fully conscious state, and when they want, they can materialize. When they want, they can dematerialize. Okay, so that is because they have integrated their shadow and they have turned the shadow into light. So celibacy is a sign of a true twin flame. Working on your shadow self is a sign of a true twin flame. and light body activation is a sign of a true twin flame. There are levels though. Okay, so this is what I have to say today on this topic of what is a true twin flame, and be very careful when listening to other teachers. Go only listen to different teachers, but go only with what resonates with you. So initially, when I was in my starting stages, and I heard this spiritual teachers saying like you can have a soulmate relationship and be with your twin flame. I didn't agree to it, so I dropped those teachings. Okay, I just heard them and I just dropped those teachings because I knew the meaning of dedication. Okay, dedication means that if you are in a marriage and you meet your twin flame, and if you want to walk the twin flame path, you have to be completely dedicated to it. Okay, you have to end everything that is fleeting. Now, this can take time. It requires a lot of planning. It requires a lot of courage. You have to set up a system for yourself so that you're not vulnerable after you take those actions, right? So again, no judgment. Everybody is going through their process, but it's not good to spread wrong teachings. I don't think so. I don't agree with spreading wrong teachings because brahmacharya is a very important requirement on the twin flame path. And it is not a forced brahmacharya, it's a brahmacharya that happens by aligning to your soul and balancing your sacred geometries. Okay, it takes esoteric knowledge, it takes working with your shadow self. So I hope you all liked today's video, and even if you all didn't like today's video, this is the truth. If somebody had, I had heard this 3 years back, oh my god, I would get triggered because I was not at that place. I was not at that place, and it would be natural for me to get triggered because there is somebody here who's expecting so much from me, and I don't know the process how to get there. Okay, so the trigger happens when you believe that somebody else can do it, but you can't. But the only issue in the whole thing is you have to pay for the post that that person is offering, right? And again, nothing wrong with posting, nothing, because everybody has to survive. So you go and get a post on how celibacy is actually happening, and that will solve your problem. And we have to all support each other in the community, right? We have to support each other. So we have to do that energetic exchange. You cannot expect things free. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you the details of like how to get to that place. You have to find a good teacher, and you have to find out the details of how do you balance your masculine and feminine energies to get to that state. Okay, so there is a process. It is not something that is difficult because I was on the opposite side and I know how it is. There is a process, there is a step-by-step process. I would say it is just like it's like a goal that you have of going to the gym and having a slim body. Okay, when you look at someone who's slim over there, okay, like you get triggered, you feel like, oh my god, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy, I will never get there. Okay, and then after a year or two, you feel that things have changed, things have fallen into place, and you're going to the gym, you're eating right, and you know the process. Okay, when you know the process, it gets easier for you. Okay, otherwise that person seems like a god out there who can do something that you can't do. That is wrong, because everybody can do this. Okay, and the most important thing that helps you during this process is self-love. Celibacy is nothing but self-love because it is understanding who you are on a deep core level, and it is about making all your fragmented aspects, embodying all your fragmented aspects. It's about reintegrating your soul aspect, and that is the proof of a true twin flame. Because a true twin flame will not be having polygamous relationships, and in most cases will not have any interest or attraction towards soulmates. Doesn't mean that you don't admire the opposite sex, okay? Because when you see the opposite sex, you feel with admiration. That's how I can describe it. And if you have somebody who's a friend, you feel with the emotion of love for this person. and it is not lust, it is love. It is not need, it is like looking at listening to some beautiful music, looking at a beautiful dance performance. So it is like that. It's not about like I want to get you, because you become subtle. You become subtle. All right. So this is what I have to say about true twin flames. Very important sign. Light body activation, light body stages, celibacy, healing your sacral chakra. Alright, so bye for now and see you soon.